Everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to basically go over this part of the funnel here. So if I zoom out, we have this whole optimization funnel basically going from basically covering every single aspect of your service business online and how to optimize every single aspect of it. So today we're going to be talking about how you could optimize when the lead purchases from you. So basically increasing your average order value or your AOV. So this video is going to cover those ways. Now, in this video, we're not going to cover in depth what that means for your specific service business. So if you're a contractor, an agency, a hair salon, whatever type of service business you have, local or online, these may apply, and there's ways for you to apply them on your own. But this is just going to be an overview of what is possible, just so you can see. So I'm just going to reiterate the whole thing, the whole funnel, just to make this section clearer. So basically, here we have the whole pathway that a client's going to take when they're going to notice your business, when they're going to deal with your business. So first they have to notice you. So when they notice your business, they're going to notice you in one of these ways. So this is basically getting more leads. Then after that, when they've noticed you, they're going to either contact you directly. So if they've seen you on Instagram, they've seen your Google or whatever, they're going to contact you directly, or they're going to inform themselves. If they inform themselves, they're going to go through your website, through your online reputation, or through your content. They're going to learn about you. They're going to be informing themselves about you, about your business, and then making a decision to contact you. Then when they contact you, they're going to either go one of these three ways if you're a service business, and then from those you could optimize it to increase your close rate and show up rate to then increase the likelihood that from that contact you actually get a purchase. And then when they've purchased from you, then there's all these ways to increase your average order value, so increasing the and even your LTV, your lifetime value of your clients, so you increase the amount of spend they do with your business compared to if you weren't to have all these offers set up. So this video, it's a little bit more, the other ones were a little bit more universal. This one's going to depend on every type of business you have. It's going to be very varying, but it's still just a nice little overview of what's possible. So let's go into it here. First off, we have the different services you offer. So you probably have your main services. So if you're an agency, your web design agency, your SEO agency, if you're a hair salon, you're doing haircuts, you're doing, your major services. And what you have is your, let's say, your high ticket services, your medium ticket services, and your low ticket services. This is something to take into consideration, to have multiple tiers of your services, because your addressable market, let's say if your service is a $10,000 service, well, sometimes you're going to go on a call with someone and that person is not going to be qualified for that $10,000 service. But if you have a lower tier service, maybe a $5,000 or a $2,500 one, it's a nice entry-level service for them to get into it, and then potentially in the future get up to your $10,000 service. So if you're doing your calls and you're trying to close people over the phone about your different services, well, if your close rate is low because your services are too expensive for most people, well, maybe you have some lower ticket services, some medium ticket services, to try to capture as much of that traffic, as much of those leads and conversions and all that traffic you're getting to your business, to try to get squeeze the most out of it. Now, this again, it's going to depend on the type of business you have. If you have a business that could even afford having different tiers of services, but in most cases, having different tiers just allows you to capture more of the market, as well as able to then after that do higher ticket services and upsells and even downsells into those lower ticket services. So then you could sell people on multiple things instead of just that one thing. So these are the main services you may have. So again, for agencies, it's going to be, if you're a web designer, maybe it's a 1-page website, then it's a 5-page website, then it's a 100-page website. If you're an SEO agency, maybe it's front-end SEO, then this is going to be front-end SEO and back-end SEO, and then this is going to be link building across multiple months, and so on and so forth. You get the gist of it. If I'm going more local, if you're a roofing company, well, maybe you're doing roofs, but you could also do roofs and gutter cleaning. So might as well, if you're up there, you can do your gutter cleaning. You could have some low ticket services like snow removal during the winter. So you get people on the high ticket service, or you get people on the snow removal, and you try to upsell them after that when they need a roof. You're already up there, you already build trust with the client. You could then offer them your higher ticket services, and they're going to choose you to actually rebuild the roof. So thing to consider there. For the upsells, this comes into the main services, but basically it's going from here to higher and higher. Once again, I'm not going to repeat myself there. And then you got some recurring services here. So like I was saying before, if you have your high ticket service, maybe it's link building SEO, and you could do it in a recurring fashion, well, that's a way to increase your LTV and your average order value. But in terms of LTV, if you're selling, I'll give the example of the SEO, it's just the easiest one, this seems to be. You can have your main SEO where it's okay, initial results that we could do. We could optimize everything on your website. And then after that, we have the monthly recurring link building SEO that just keeps the client with you, keeps them happy, whatever type of service you may offer there. And you got your downsells, and there you go. And then you got your cross sells. So maybe I got some complementary services. So this is where I was talking about with the roofing and the gutter cleaning and the snow removal. It's not exactly what you do. It's not your bread and butter, but it's complementary services that could be interesting for that client. If you could go even further, I could give another example of, let's say, your roofing company. You even do window cleaning, you even do landscaping or whatever other type of menial, small cross sells you could do, so that when your team goes on the job, well, they're just doing the roof and they're doing the rest. Most cases, this might not apply. This might be a better way to do this is to outsource it. So maybe you have a complementary business to you. So you have somebody else doing landscaping. You could refer them and get commission. That might be a smarter way to go about it, but always something to consider. And then this, let's say if you're a small local service business, so if let's say you're a hair salon, a restaurant, or whatever it may be, you can have cross sells of smaller services, at the desk, or even products. Now we're talking about services here, but you could even sell products. So let's say if you're a hair salon and people are coming in for a haircut, well, at your desk, at the front desk, you could have, tweezers, you could have brushes, you could have little objects, little products that people could buy there. They're not directly related to, they're not an actual service, but they're little products that they could just upsell at, and you're getting 5%, 10% more revenue from every single customer just because you're having these little objects at the front desk. So something to consider there. After that, you have your commissions. So if you're trying to get an increase in AOV and LTV, you can have referral commissions and affiliate commissions. So basically referrals is you referring to them, and then affiliates is they referring to you basically. So from complementary businesses, so once again, roofing with, let's say, a landscaping company, you could always refer that the client you're working with another business, and then you're maybe getting a commission, 10% commission here, 10% commission there. So basically, this is probably the simplest way to go about it. Is you're doing the work. At the end of the work, you say, hey, look, we have a buddy, we noticed your grass, or we noticed this, or we noticed that. We have a buddy that does this. Are you interested? I could give you his number. The person says yes, you refer that person. If they close a deal, you get 10% commission. So as easy as that. You could always set these things up like this. White label services, so you can have services where basically the other business works for you in a way that the client always deals with your business. So say your business is ABC Roofing. Well, you say, okay, we could do this, and basically you're hiring them as a contractor. You're hiring them out to do the job, and they're under your reputation, under your brand, under your presence. And then they're dealing with everything, and you're just dealing with the client interaction. So you're white labeling the service is theirs, but you're using it under your brand name for that day as a white label service. So that's something to take into consideration there. Then after that, you got your affiliate commissions. These are a little bit tougher to set up if you're a local service business. So if you're a local service business, you might have, affiliate programs with people So basically they come out to referrals, but not the other way around. But if you're an online service business, there's many platforms, there's many softwares, there's many ways you could have affiliate marketing, affiliate marketers to be set up with your business. They're going to run ads for you, they're going to do content for you, they're going to refer you by whatever means they find, and then you give them out a commission whenever you get a sale. So those could be, in a sense, I wouldn't say easy, but they could be valuable to set up if you're an online business. And then if you're a local business, well, this is going to be more of a partnership style connection instead of just a transactional affiliate type of commission. So you got that there. And then after that, you've got partnerships, so a complementary partner or a bundle partner. So let's say I'm going to give a different example now, but let's say you are let's go with a hair salon. So your hair salon, you might have a complementary partner like a barbershop, and then you might say, you might be working with, let's say, the barbershop next door, and then whenever the husband is there with the wife gets her haircut at your salon, and then the husband, you refer them to go to the barbershop in front. And so you're partnering with the barbershop in front, where whenever you have the opportunity, you give each other the add-ons, basically. You could do that, or you could do bundles. So I'll give back the roofing example, seems to be the best one for this type of stuff, but you give the offer as a bundle. So you say, okay, we'll do your roof. First when you offer it to the client, you say, we'll do your roof, we'll do your landscaping, we'll do your gutter cleaning, we'll do your window cleaning, we'll clean your whole everything, even interior cleaning, whatever it may be, and you offer that as a bundle. And so you give them maybe a discount. Maybe for them it makes more sense to do it as a bundle. So for them it's going to be more attractive. But for you, you're getting commission on all these little partnerships, or maybe even if it's businesses you own or businesses you're in connection with, you could always just do it that way. So something to be considered there. Then after that, you got your products. So I was talking about before, some physical products in store at your front desk. You could even do it digitally. So if you have, if you know that, let's say you're a hair salon and you have a lot of ways, people always ask you, clients always ask you different things about their hair, about what they should do, what they shouldn't do, whatever. You could always have digital products that you sell or you give away for free. So that could be ebooks, those could be trainings, those could be tools online. So if you know software, let's say that you could scan your face and you could see what's the best haircut for you, then maybe that software you recommend them to it. If you have an affiliate link to that recommendation, then you're actually making commission off of that if they're using that software. So that's why this is it's going to vary 100% depending on the business you are. So this is a very varying subject, but anyway, something to take into consideration. Then you got your physical products. So you got your in-store, like I was saying, at the front desk. Then you got your e-commerce stores. So you could actually sell those products online and then potentially get clients. So a good example of this would be if you're an agency, one thing you can sell is a review tap card. So these are basically cards that people take, they go with their phone, they tap on the card, and then it links them directly to a page, the Google page, so you can leave a review. So those cards are very useful for local service businesses, especially. And then people are buying those. So what you could do is you could run ads to those, and then in the upsell after, so you're selling these as your main product, and then in the upsell when you're doing your email marketing, you're upselling them on your services, because most likely if they're buying a review tap card, they probably have a business that has reviews, and if they have a business, then it's probably something your agency could offer them services on. So this is an example of what it could, the type of play you could do with e-commerce stores and even Amazon FBA or FBM. So you could basically, e-commerce stores, you're individual, and then Amazon is just you're working with Amazon to promote, because they have a whole marketplace with people coming into it. So something there. Then you got your education style offers. So if you are let's say, I'll give an example of the barber again. If you're a barber and you have a course, so maybe you're teaching people how to cut hair, you're doing a fade course, you're doing all the types of beard à la lame type of course. So doing these courses, you could sell these courses online, attract people to your barbershop, or even those people that are at your barbershop that want to become barbers. You can have that in your town. You could do courses, teach people how to do this. So these could be offers that are extra. They're not directly correlated to you getting more sales, because of course, if you're teaching someone to do what you're doing, they're not going to purchase from you what you're doing, basically. But it's still an extra added revenue that if you're getting people that are coming in, the example I can give you, if you're an agency, some people want to do it themselves. So some people don't want to hire out an agency. They want to know how to do it themselves and do it themselves. Now, what you could do is you could sell them a course, which would be, let's say, 10 times less the price of your actual services, but it's automated. It's already done. You sell them on that course, so that client that is sort of qualified for your actual services but prefers to do it themselves, you actually, instead of just leading them on their way and not capturing that sale, you're actually getting a sale from it. So it's basically, if you have a bucket, it's basically filling out all the holes. So then whenever you're in a conversation with them and you're at a point of closing them, you could actually offer different types of things so that you actually capture the most amount of revenue from those clients. So templated trainings here, and then programs is going to be personalized training. So if you're doing one-on-ones, if you're doing one-to-manys, but you're actually interacting with them on a weekly basis, whatever you're teaching them, you're going through the guides of it and so on and so forth. So that's basically the ideas there. Basically what I wanted to cover in this video. Obviously, like I mentioned again, this is very varying depending on the business you have, but these are ways, you can increase your average order value. So if we were to go to, let me just see the profit calculator here. So, if you were to, it's this part here. So if you were to increase your AOV, so let's say, actually, let's go to the actual calculator just to show you what this could look like. All right. So let's say you're here, and in this business, this fake business, we have 2,000 visitors a month. We have a 3% conversion rate. We have a 30% close rate. And we have 2,000 average order value. So our services on average, we're selling them for 2,000. Now imagine you were able to sell people you have an upsell service, which you could upsell, 10% of the time, it's $1,000. So you're making $100 more per average customer. So now you're adding $100, you're making $2,100. You have your commissions that maybe $50 per average order customer, you're getting commissions there. You get your partnerships at $50 here. Maybe you have a product at $25 here. Maybe your education, you're getting some clients that you weren't closing here, but basically now you're getting them through an education program, and you could actually close them and get another $100 here. So a total of increase here, you go from your $8,800 a month to now you're making $10,253 a month. So you're increasing your average order, your monthly profits by $1,400 just by the fact of increasing, of adding these things. Now, this is all make believe. This is all a pretend board. This is, you should enter this with your own stats. But in any case, interesting to see if you were to add these things. And you know, some of these, like I was saying, like the commission or maybe partnerships, you don't have to change your business model. All you do is that at the call, you offer something else. So you offer them, if they're done with a deal, let's say you've closed a deal, you've made the transaction with the person. At the end of it, you just say, hey, look, are you interested in this extra service? They say no, they say no, they say yes. All you have to do is connect them with the other person, and you're getting this commission. So you know, if we were to remove all of these here, and all you were to do is increase, you know, by $100, which isn't much, you know, down the line, it gives you an increase, you know, substantial increase, you know, a 5% increase of revenue just because you're doing referrals at the end of your calls. So something to take into consideration. Obviously, if the bigger your business, the more money you're going to be making, the more worth it is to increase by 5%. You know, at a business that's making, you know, only $8,000 a month, it's not a great improvement. It's not that much of a value improvement to make 5% more. But let's say if you were making, you know, your average order value was $20,000. Let's just change this here. And then here would be 500, the same percentage, you know, in terms of same percentage here, but in terms of increase in profits, it's actually worth more. And then expands, and it's exponential through time as well. So that's basically it for this video. This is what I want to show you. If ever you guys want to download our trainings, we have 12 trainings basically covering every aspect of this whole funnel here. So it's these trainings here. You can download them. They're going to be linked in the description below. We have 12 of them going over, you know, every single part of this funnel. So website optimization, online reputation, Google My Business, you know, they're all connected here. If you want access to the Smart board and all the information and the profit calculator and all that type of stuff, it's also going to be linked in the description below, but this is a paid product. So the other one is free, but if ever you guys want to pay, spend some money, this is what you could do with it. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.